Good morning, all. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. I hope everybody is doing very well this morning. If you hadn't had an opportunity, please go get your cup of joe. Now would be the time. Sorry for the late start this morning. I have been up. I've been ready to rock and roll. I've been trying to find videos. This is a amateur issue of not properly, putting your information into the computer properly. Okay, that's what it is. Not labeling your product, not putting it in order, all that stuff. That's what I'm dealing with this morning. I did finally get my hair done. If you guys have not noticed, which I'm pretty sure you guys have. So. Good morning, all. Good morning, all. So I am now officially, this is literally my first sip of coffee this morning. And it is true. It's a true story. I know, crazy, right? It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm having my first cup of coffee and you wonder why I'm late for work. So delicious. So delicious. Go get your cup of coffee. Hey, Coffee Club. Tennessee in the house. Nice to see everybody this morning. Crystal, Mama Mia, Gramsy, Nancy, Newfie. I hope I'm saying that right. Am I saying that right, Unicorn? I'm just going to call you Unicorn. Rose Petal, nice to see you. Jess, Kathy, Sherry. I am Team Summer. Nice to see you this morning. Kathy O'Brien. Sherry Ann, Jackie. Who else am I missing in here? LS, nice to see you. Nice to see you, Rita. Oh my goodness, I don't even know how to pronounce. I'm gonna butcher your name in just about 2 seconds. Watch me do it. So tufted, tuftif. Sorry, Emma Lou. I hope I'm saying your name right. Nice to see you, Michelle. Good morning. Good morning, Crystal. So we got a couple crystals or a few crystals in here. Nice to see you. St. Louis, Missouri. Nice to see you guys all here. I'm on my 5th cup of coffee. I'm jealous. I am so jealous this morning with the 5th cup of coffee. So Elizabeth, nice to see you. Nice to see you. So the Thursday is hi Harley. Nice to see you too. So Thursday's obviously 8 o'clock today. I mean, I'm sorry. I know we come early. I know I probably missed a lot of my morning crew that is in here because I'm coming in at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. There's just things that are out of my control. And sometimes this is one of them. So had a lot of, good morning, Tammy. Had a lot of issues this morning trying to get the thumbnail up, just trying to find the videos. My word, I didn't realize. Good morning, ZZ and Karen. Nice to see you this morning. It was one of those mornings, I'm looking and looking and looking. It's literally right there in front of my face, right there. And just couldn't see it. Couldn't see it. Kind of like the truth, right? In the Summer Wells case, it's like right there in front of so many people's faces. And there are just so many people that choose not to see it, right? Kind of ironic, the issues I'm having this morning, kind of ironic. So I finally got my roots covered. As many of you guys watch, my cameras are always backwards. I can never remember which hand am I. This is this hand. So this goes to this side. This goes to this side. There we go. I just get there. Roots are done. These cameras. I got to tell you, these cameras are killing me. These cameras are killing me. I can never tell which direction I'm supposed to go. It's kind of funny how that works out. It's pointing the opposite direction. It's flipping the images over. Technology is amazing. Technology is so amazing. Hair looks lovely. Thank you. It's my signature color. Some people are like, oh, you need to put toner in it. Baby, you do you. Let me do me. This is my signature color. This is the color I go with. This is Bullhorn Betty. If you don't like it, don't watch. Don't watch, right? So many haters out there. And it's kind of funny, we're talking about haters. Good morning, Emma. Good morning, Miss Robin. Connie, it's nice to see you here this morning. Thank you for joining us. It's kind of ironic, right? So many of you guys know and love and watch Dolly Vision. How many people, by a show of hands, how many people know who Dolly Vision is? Yeah. Oh, ZZT. We'll be going over that here in just a second. I promised everybody that we would be going over the Indiana murders today. That's not going to be possible. We'll probably have to do a segment on that next week. I do apologize to everybody that's been waiting for it. ZZ, thank you for letting me know. I figured that was the case. See, and this is where, and I just wanted to, this is kind of a learning lesson, folks. And this is what I have been trying to explain to the audience, because I try to educate. I don't just try to inform people of my opinion. I don't just bring in, interviews and pick apart interviews and things of that nature. I really try to educate the audience. I really work hard for the audience to really see the bigger picture. And this case, Naomi Orion, is no different. Okay. Many people said that she was abducted for SA or ST. We got to be careful with words we use, because it does trigger the algorithm on YouTube. And we're trying to stay away from triggering the algorithm on YouTube. So you guys need to understand what I'm saying when I say ST. It's kind of like SA, except it's trafficked. You got traffic involved in it. So there you go, right? So this traffic portion of it is what's really starting to get under my skin. And I don't know, do we have a problem with it in this country? I agree we do. I agree we do. But the probability of somebody being picked up, with against their will and shoveled into it, that happens primarily in different countries. You hear about that in different countries, those types of things. Does it happen here? I'm sure it does. It just doesn't happen as often as everybody likes to throw it around as. For example, we went out to Myrtle Beach, which everybody said was this ST capital of the United States of America. We found out there was only 19 legitimate claims. 19, now granted, that's a lot. 19 people, 19 cases. It's sad. It's a sad reality. But they were never picked up unwillfully, detained, and forced. Some of them meet people, they're groomed, and then they're forced. There's a process that goes with the ST in this country. And here we go, where somebody was taken off the streets in broad daylight and forced into a vehicle and driven off. And the first thing everybody wants to think of is that she was ST'd. And me personally knew she was not going to make it out alive, because there's a difference in our thinking. When somebody goes to this, and not only that, when you looked in his eyes, when they captured him and you looked in his eyes, you knew there was pure evil there. He is not selling that woman. It's not happening. And it's sad. It's sad. And this is why we can never jump to the conclusion. I think a lot of people use that as a crutch so they can believe the person is still living. The problem with that process is you're taking away from the process is they're looking for somebody that's in movement instead of somebody that's not moving. And it does distract from the recovery aspect of it. And so I always want to give people hope and encouragement to continue to look and find and hunt. But we can't say because every single person is ST. It's like every time I hear a case, somebody's up there, oh, she was sold. It was sold. Sold. No. Quit discrediting what that person went through, because it's horrific. I would love nothing more than them to be all be alive. Despite what they may be going through, at least they'd be alive. This is not the case. So it just really burns my grits that, people actually, constantly throw that with no regard to the facts of the case. They just throw that out there. They don't even look into the case. They don't even, and that's the first thing that comes to their mind. That is not the first thing that comes to my mind, because I know the statistics. And I'd like to educate the folks out there. That should be the last scenario. You got to follow, and you can't do that whenever that's your immediate thought. That's what a lot of the things that have hindered the Summer Wells case, because so many people came out and said that. It's not true. It's not true. Just because I used to be an addict, right? I wouldn't even know where to begin to go and try to ST somebody. So just because you're in that lifestyle doesn't mean you know squat. Cartels, coyotes, yeah. They'd have it in. They would know. How many people do I know that's associated with them? How many people do you know? So anyways, it's just a sad day. We want to say, a prayer for Naomi's family and friends. We want to say a prayer for her. It's just a sad, it's sad, the work that we do. It really is. The work that we do is sad. It's grueling. It's depressing. It's tough. It does wear, no matter what side of the argument you're ever on. It wears on the person that's looking into this every single day, trying to provide the information that needs to be provided to each and every one of you. It's just it really is. It's tough on all of us, and I don't discredit. Now, granted, do we bicker back and forth, in opposition? Of course we do. That's part of the process, right? Somebody that believes that something happened this way and somebody that believes something happened this way, they're going to continuously be navigating that their positions. That's perfectly normal. But even no matter what side you're on, no matter how despicable I think it is, this is tough stuff for everyone, even you guys. I'm sure you guys get stressed about it. So by a show of hands, a lot of people know who Dolly Vision is. And so I never watched him, right? I heard that he was calling me out one time, a long time ago, and never bothered listening to. I kind of shut him off. I was being attacked right and left. I didn't know who this guy was. I heard through the grapevine that he was, talking smack. And, he's come in here and visited a couple times, and I was kind of snooty to him. And because of what I heard, I never listened to it because, as many of you guys know, I pay it. I literally pay it no mind. Good morning, Sue. Let me get back here and say hi to all the people I missed. Elizabeth, nice to see you. Jackie, nice to see you. I think I got Nancy and Sherry. Sue, nice to see you. Stormy, great to see you. Island Vibes, good morning. Emma, my girl, Emma, I hope you're feeling better today. Melinda, Believe. Yeah, and we'll discuss that too. I'll get to that. I promise you we will not leave here without discussing their motion to dismiss. And you guys got to remember, I'm a paralegal. I did a lot of civil litigation. I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. I can actually probably bring you up my instructions for the law firm and for the discovery. I'll have to hunt for those, but if we do have time today, I will hunt for those and I will show you, and then you'll get it just like that. So we will go over this in just a little bit, I promise you. Good morning, Jackie Blue. Crystal, did I say good morning to you? If I didn't, good morning. Good morning, Jess. Good morning, V. Yes, good morning. Good morning. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, and then we got a Katie in here. Good morning, Katie. PB and J, nice to see you. Miss Robin. Let's see what she's got to say. Yeah. But it just seems to bother me, and I could be wrong about it, but it really just bothers me that the first inclination of the majority of the people, and primarily women in this country, go straight to, oh, she was sold. Oh, this was, it's like, I can't, it is almost getting to the point where it's a pet peeve of mine to hear that. Like literally a pet peeve. So, make sure I didn't miss anybody else. Pretty and High, good morning, love. Good morning. So anyways, getting back to Dolly Vision. So I had never went on to his page before. I just kind of like, no, just another one, F you. I got enough haters. I don't need any. And then I seen him come in here and I kind of get a little snooty and a little crappy because it's what I heard, talking smack about me. It's like, just stand in line. Like we have so much smack talkers for Bullhorn Betty. It's like, take a ticket and stand in line. Good morning, Tennessee. And thank God it's dying down. I guess people are starting to get so bored. I mean, think about it. How many ways can somebody possibly tell their entire audience that I'm a despicable person? It's like, you know what? After 4 months of listening about one single person, I would be bored out of my mind. Like literally bored out of my mind, right? I mean, I don't even talk about Summer Wells that much. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't even have enough content to show the world how despicable her parents are every single day. 4, 5 solid months. And if I did, it's like, how many, unless I have genuine and new and fresh content, how many times can I sit there and continuously say the same thing over and over and over? I personally, as an audience member, would be kind of a little insulted and a little bored. Like, I don't know if I could deal with that. So anyways, long story short, I did go on. I was passing through. I saw a Dolly Vision something or other come up, and it was so funny because I turned it on. It was the one that he did at the time I watched it was 19 hours ago. Now it's it was probably a day ago now, and so it is so funny listening to other creators talk about some of the stuff that I've dealt with. It's funny and it's still going on. And it's like, I love his messaging. It's like, come on, really, guys? Like, why do we have to beat up? Like, I don't beat up on other creators. Benny is a different story. I'm not beating up on Benny. Benny interjected himself into a case and became buddy buddy with primary persons of interest, and then I did a flipperoo, right? Flip flopped, and I'm sorry. That's not talk. I mean, yeah, I guess it's talking about another creator, but it's related to the case that I'm working with. I mean, I just don't go out of my way, and I think I touched on this yesterday. I don't go out of my way to go and talk and smack around other creators. I could care less. Like, I don't care about some stupid creator, right? Even the ones that are talking smack about, I could care less. I've got no respect for them. I don't like them. So anyways, Dolly Vision apparently had a, I don't want to get hit here. Apparently, some women decided to talk down about his equipment, and how am I going to do this? I'm not quite sure how to do this PG-13. So anyways, I'm like literally like there's tears coming up down my face right now. Like talking about this whole Dolly Vision thing is it's got eggplant. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So Dolly Vision's getting bullied. I feel bad for him. Look, guys, you know what? I don't condone, and it's all over Ernie Shell. First of all, I agree 100% with Dolly Vision. First of all, Ernie Shell is not a celebrity, okay, and he shouldn't be treated as such. Okay, he's obviously going through something. I don't know what's going on with the case. They're saying he's set up. I know that there's this infighting back and forth between him and Benny Keys. I can tell you Benny Keys has not gone to the point. Well, I guess he would have, right? If he could have lied and forced Candus and Grandis to lie and the officers were of believing them, I guess we could have technically been arrested and put in jail too at the hands of Benny Keys with his shenanigans. So, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. I'm trying to be fair to all the people. Good morning, Stephanie. If I didn't say good morning to you, honey. All the people that are involved, and he's caused so much damage to so many people's lives. It's kind of hard. Hi, Kelly. It's kind of hard not to bring him up, and it's kind of hard not to talk ill of him and condemn his actions. It's hard not to. I don't feel like I'd be doing my job if I gave Benny Keys a free pass. I really don't. He tried to intimidate our team, physically intimidate our team. You got to let that sink in. This went beyond banter back and forth on YouTube. This went beyond. He literally came to Tennessee to approach our team and to do it in a violent way. He just thought he was this bad dude that was going to make us shake in our boots. But what he failed to realize is he looked like a fool. We laughed at him. We weren't scared of him. We had literally every single one of our cameras rolling, waiting. Like Jonathan Lee Riches was ready to take one on the chin to make sure that a-hole went to jail. And it was so crazy because he kept saying Jonathan was shook. If you look at Jonathan's videos, they're There's no shaking in her videos. I guarantee you look at Candace's video when we were approaching her with her hand shaking like this. Now that was shook. That was shook. So anyways, to hear these women talk about Dolly's junk, it was hilarious. It was hilarious about Dolly confronting that, how he confronted it. It was classic. If you guys haven't seen it, I definitely recommend you guys going over there and seeing it. I never knew how funny Dolly was. He seems like a funny guy. He really does. He seems like a funny guy. So Dolly Vision, if you're watching, did a great job. You made me laugh. So kudos to you. Kudos to you, my friend. Anyways, and then what else was it? Oh, and apparently everybody, there's a picture being passed around, with his junk, right? We're not going to go into other creators that apparently supposedly have it, because I refuse to acknowledge these particular creators on my channel, because I think they're the most despicable kind of creator out there. So Dolly Vision, you don't go into that category. Just that other person that you were discussing does. So anyways, yeah. And maybe we'll go into that. We may go ahead and play the reason why Benny Keys got the kitty, why we claimed him as kitty, and how it infiltrated across the entire YouTube channel. Started right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. And maybe one day here in the near future, we will rewind back to that and look at how we spanked that butt, that kitty butt. But now, in all fairness, to show respect to all creators, we will call Benny Keys. We have forego that thing, even though I may bring it back. Not like he likes me. It's not like I'm getting any benefit by calling him Benny Keys, right? So some of the people in here say you're a good guy. You're a good guy. Not Benny Keys. Dolly Vision. I'm referring to Dolly Vision. So for those that are in here enjoying their morning with us, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And please like this segment. We need to get our segment likes up. I appreciate all the love and support you can give. A thumbs up on this segment, and a like and a share is all free of charge, right? It's all free of charge. So we are here. We are a true crime community. Our channel is 100% viewer-sponsored channel. So it's up to you, if you guys like this channel, to keep the lights on. We are going to we're going on a field trip. The team's taking a field trip to Michigan. It's going to be an amazing, it's going to be amazing content. I can guarantee, and when we say this and we put our name on it, it's going to be amazing. I can guarantee it's stuff nobody out there has done yet. It is information that nobody else out there has acquired. And we've already got, we already have some help. We've already got somebody that's going to be providing us with a room and board. So we only need our flight and our vehicle and our food. And it's going to be amazing. And we're doing that the first week or two of May. So I'm going to throw up here just for those. And if you guys would like to donate your cup of coffee to our team today to help sponsor this trip in Michigan, I would greatly appreciate it. And so with the team, there's our Venmo, our Cash App, and our PayPal. 100% of the proceeds that we receive in these accounts are not going to be moved until we order our tickets and rent the vehicle. So for those that would like to help support the team that will be going to Michigan will be myself, Olivia, her mother, and Jonathan Lee Riches. So we are going out there. Many of you guys have seen our work. We do great work. It's not, it's a whole different, it will be a whole different perspective than many of you guys have seen. I don't have my phone here. I think I left it in the other room, which is stupid. I don't know why I do that. Probably because I was running crazy this morning. At any rate, um, I was going to give you guys an update. So the update has not changed since yesterday. We've had 345 and some odd change. So I believe our budget right now is about 470 that we need to acquire. Our budget was set really low at $1,750, which is a drop in the bucket for 4 people to be flown out to Michigan. With that being said, I appreciate all the love and support that you guys provide. This channel. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Oh, I'm gonna go Betty. Is he live right now? That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Swisher to sweet. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. So, anyways, good morning, Rachel. I don't think I said Shorty Small. I don't think I said good morning to you. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, don't worry about it. You know what? You being here is what supports this channel. So we love, and not only that, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and people support in their different ways. And you're a valued member of this team, Jess. So don't ever feel bad. Just being here helps this channel grow. So don't ever feel bad for your place in the channel and your place in the support, because everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and everybody is a valued member of this channel. So don't ever feel bad, ever. I never want anybody to feel bad on here. So, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. So at any rate, we were going through all this, and I'm trying to find out, I was trying to find one of the earlier on interviews when we were at that restaurant. I could not for the life of me find it, and I did find it. So I will be playing that for each and every one of you guys here in just a little bit. But for right now, we are going to be talking about some other stuff, which reminds me, I've got to get on my Gmail. Let me make sure that everything's running okay. I always got to check here and there because we get hit and smacked around every once in a while, and I like to address that head on, as early on as possible. We've got a lot of stuff, folks. So a lot of stuff to go over because you guys, my audience out here sends me so much stuff, keeping me on my toes. Oh, yeah. Is he live right now, Robin? Is that what it is? I don't know. I saw him last night. I saw him on a one of his skits that had already ended like 19 hours previously. Oh, Alice, thank you. You're so sweet. You're too sweet. You're too kind. Oh, he sure is. Well, y'all tell Dolly Vision I give him a big shout out. Tell him he's hilarious. He made me laugh yesterday. I even said that. Oh my gosh, I've never watched you before. You're a funny guy. He's a funny guy. I don't know. ZZ, we hear that they are. We have a photo in our possession of their wedding. Now, was that just an officiante type wedding? Did they go through the whole rigmarole of, filing the marriage certificate? We were out there. We did get documents. In our documents, the one thing that wasn't there was a marriage license. So honestly, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Alice. You're making me blush. Oh, go bullhorn him. Let's see what we can do. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me go see. Let's go say hi to Dolly. Let's go say hi to Dolly. It's gonna be kind of crazy. We do some goofy stuff on here. Ah, there he is. Wake and bake. Oh my gosh. that why he's so funny? Is that why he's so funny? All right. All right. Good morning. Let's see. Hold on. I don't know if let me try. Let me see if I can put this on. Dolly, do not strike my channel. Do not strike me because I got no choice. I'm running live here. I'm running live here. Let's see what we got going on. Let's put this over here. All right. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Don't have volume yet.
The people out there protesting.
All right. Let's just say hi.
And then I changed my mind. Then I wasn't about it no more. And I was like, maybe they don't know. And then but then I went back to, yeah, they knew. Now we know they knew. And we know that they assisted them. And so you think about it. Bullhorn Betty was right for doing what she was doing. I don't give a fuck. So
wow, look at that. I got a shout out from Dolly Vision.
They were helping sister son. They were trying to get him out of the country. And speaking of which, I don't know if that's the real Bullhorn Betty, but that was the first.
Tell him it is. Tell him I'm running them.
In true crime, because that's what I started following was the Gabby Petito stuff. And they were out in front of the house. So before I started really doing the true crime stuff, I had already knew who she was because of that, you know. And then, as of course, once we got into it, then I learned who Molly was and everybody.
Oh, look at that. I had a Dolly Vision fan. Look at that. Oh, Dolly Vision, you rock.
Yes.
That is so hilarious.
Internet. I mean, there are some characters, and I thought I was a character. And I mean, I know I'm crazy. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. But I'm a fun crazy. There are some super fucking crazy people on the internet.
I might be one of them.
Like, I gave Molly a hard time. I still don't like, the whole shit that went down in Tennessee. I don't really like the whole running up on people kind of thing and have it.
Dolly, you single? No, I'm just joking. No, let's not spread that. Let's not spread that around. Good Lord. Good Lord. Can you imagine that?
So, I mean, I guess people go about things different ways. I don't see the problem with the protesting, but like showing up at people's jobs and different things like that.
Well, in all fairness, Dolly, we did give him an opportunity to meet us almost 10 times.
About them people too. Like I thought they were guilty as shit was my first instinct, right? My first, you know how I tell people you should always go with your gut instinct. It's when you go against that gut instinct. Saint Mo, BHB is in the chat. Is it actually her?
Yep, it's actually me.
So, that first gut instinct.
All right, don't want to run his stuff, but I want to hear this since you're talking about me.
Because when I ran across Candus and Don Wells, and my first gut instinct was, these people did something with their little girl. I mean, that was just my first gut instinct. Then you got all these on YouTube that start to throw doubt in your mind. So then I was like, okay, well, let me give the people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they didn't do it. Okay. And
they did it.
Maybe they didn't do it, Kick.
Sue me. I said it.
All this damn
Wells, Candus, come lock me up.
Him being a sexual predator, him taking showers with Summer neck. There's just things
things you just don't do.
The predator behavior.
We love you, Dolly. I'm gonna let you go, bud. So, anyways, that was fun. We said hi. Nice to hear a shout out from Dolly. Sweet guy. Seems like sweet guy. I didn't like him at first, but I thought he was talking mad smack too. So, in all fairness. But hey, you never know. You never know. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. Might be fond of the little guy. No, I'm just joking. No pun intended. I have no photos. I swear I have no photos. I don't know. I swear to God. Okay, enough with that. Oh, stop it, Robin. Don't be stirring up nothing. Good Lord. Can you imagine the firestorm that would be going off in YouTube Can you just imagine? Bullhorn Betty says Dolly Vision is cute. Oh my God. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Anyways, funny guy. So he was, to be honest with you, I never laid eyes on him before. Yesterday was the first time. Would you guys believe that? Like literally yesterday when I ran across his video was the first time I ever laid eyes on him. And it was funny because he was talking about how these people were talking about him and he had never met them before. He doesn't know who they are, never met them before, nothing. And I'm thinking, well, that's how I felt about you, Dolly. Don't know who you were. And all of a sudden my name was coming out of your mouth. And from what everybody was saying, but you know what? That was when I was new to YouTube, and I didn't realize all the people that started crap on here. Like they intentionally would tell you a lie just to get a response from you, just to gaslight you, just so they can take what you said to further gaslight the situation. To me, I'm thinking like these people seriously have to have mental issues if that's the best that they've got for their day. Like think about that. If that was the pendulum of your day, the peak of your day is to start chaos on YouTube. Think about how miserable one's life truly has to be that is literally the best that they have for the day. I would be ashamed of myself if that is the best I had for myself today. So for all those people out there that are gaslighting, that just sit behind the computer and want to stay anonymous and just want to be cowards, dude, use that energy to better your community. To better your community. Go outside, get some vitamin D, go to a homeless shelter, do something positive and productive for your community, right? Instead of being destructive, be constructive. Construct positivity, construct good vibes, get that good karma. Life is more than stirring the pot. There's so much more out there you're missing out on by being this piece of garbage. Go out and do something and make yourself feel better. Make yourself feel better. Good morning, Thumper. Nice to see you. So, yeah. And you know what? We need to do something for her. But what can we truly do? The people that are that have the information aren't talking, right? They're not talking. They're not cooperating. They have lawyered up. They have lawyered up exactly like the sheriff told all of us when he finally broke his silence. Now, mind you, you guys remember, one of the things that ticked me off is Ronnie Lawson's refused to. He didn't take too many interviews. He didn't talk about the case at all. He kept his mouth shut. He kept the integrity with the case. It was frustrating for people in the true crime community, including myself. But just because we criticize that doesn't mean we don't believe in it. Okay. He did his job. We're doing our job, right? Everybody has their role and their place in this world. He's doing his job. We're doing our job. So, a lot of people are always saying, that's none of your business. Why are you saying it? Because it's my job to say it. That's why I say it. It's my job. His job is to keep quiet and to allow me to complain and moan and groan about him being quiet and not involving the public. That's my job. It's what I do. It's what we do. So, yeah. Yeah, of course. And it affects you guys. And to be honest with you, it's crazy. Because we were told, and many of you guys know about the drama channel that we were associated with, whatever, separated ties, whatever. Always told us that drama pays. that's what pays the bills. If you don't have the drama, that's why they're always constantly picking fights and fighting with people, because that's how they keep their lights on. And people literally throw thousands and thousands of dollars at these creators for creating these dramas, creating these lines, and continuing this line. And until the viewers stop supporting this crazy nonsense, until they choose to stop and open their eyes and see the damage it's doing. And there's nothing that's going to stop these content creators from continuing down this drama, attacking, life altering, damage. It does. I mean, we watched it play out primarily on one person's channel, where one of her people tried to kill themselves. I think this is like the first or second time, maybe third. That is insane to me. How is the audience so wrapped up into one channel that when they get picked on, they're ready to go off themselves? And it's sad. It is sad. And shame on the creators that cultivate that kind of environment, right? But again, there are people literally delving out hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year for that kind of nonsense and garbage. Just saying. I guarantee the only reason why she's nice to half the people is because they're ponying up the money. Cut off that well. Stop paying her. See who she truly is. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Yeah. We're very sorry. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Vicky. Gotcha. Well, I don't know what the laws are out there. I really don't. So I'll look into those and get back to you. And thank you. We love all the love and support that we get here, And even though this is a smaller channel, I mean, we grew quite quickly in the short time we've been up here. It is a smaller channel. We are still making our way on YouTube and standing strong. Not just me, but the rest of the team, Olivia, as well as Jonathan. We are working very hard to build our brands individually, not just as this great team, which we are. We're an amazing team when we are together. And it's so funny because every time I got a call from Olivia, and when we start working with other people on other projects and stuff, it just never works out well for us. We just have this understanding of one another that makes our team great when we're out working together. And so I got a call from Olivia. Oh, by the way, Olivia and Mom are coming here tonight for dinner. I had to cancel. I have a condition. I don't want to go into all my personal business, especially on YouTube. It's just not necessary. But I have a condition, and every now and again, at least during a certain part of the, every single month I deal with it. But I'm highly anemic, and I'm get very, very, very exhausted and very tired, coupled with, degenerate disc disease, which is DDD, and scoliosis. Sometimes it's almost the pain is almost unbearable. So after I do my lives, I go and lay down in bed, and that's where I stay, and that's where I stay. So the day that they were supposed to come over, I was having an episode, and I just wasn't, I was just extremely lethargic. I was just not feeling good. I just didn't have the energy to get up and make the lasagna. I had everything here, and even bought chocolate cake. I've got to tell you, guys, that chocolate cake that was for their dinner, for their dessert, is almost gone. I cannot. This is why I don't have sweets in my house. I can't have sweets in my house. I will eat them, and then I will get fat. So they are coming over tonight. I'm trying. I mean, like literally, there's like this much left out of a cake. It's sad. I put myself on the scale. I almost cried this morning. So I think I'm going to have to go run the block. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, and you know what? And it infiltrates, like even like with even Nerdy Addict. I don't like calling him out. I'm surprised he didn't block me on his channel because I did, but he hasn't because I went and checked it yesterday. And he's kind of not talking about. But what really upsets me is that he hasn't taken that post down that he now knows is factually incorrect. And see, the appropriate thing to do, especially when you have 21,000 followers on your Twitter account, when you're stating, I've stated in wrong information on here in a video, and you know what? The video came down. When I found out it was wrong information, I did not peddle that wrong information anymore, right? So it would be more appropriate if he removed the post altogether, right? He's not getting paid on Twitter, so it's not going to affect monetization or anything of that nature. But he should correct the record. I mean, any reputable person out there would be correcting the record. I have no problem correcting the record. If I'm truly wrong, I am wrong. I am a grown woman that doesn't mind telling people that I made a mistake. Why? Because I talk to people all the time about everyone is human. No one is perfect. I myself do not want to have this image of perfection. I am an imperfect person. I am not going to paint a picture of me being perfect or a perfectionist in any stretch of the imagination, because I am not. And I don't like lying to myself or lying to my audience. I hold myself higher than that. Do I get it right the first time? No. Sometimes I do really good work. I bring the information and there's no problems. Everything is perfect. But you know what? Sometimes it's not. And that's okay. That's okay. So I hope Nerdy Addict eventually does the right thing and removes that post altogether that basically alleges that we would plant evidence in a federal investigation, which is absolutely ludicrous. And anybody that peddles that and people actually believe it are probably the most gullible people in this universe. Because first of all, you're talking about a federal investigation. Do you think the FBI gives a crap about me, comma, YouTuber, comma, Bullhorn Betty? Do you think I have that much pull that they wouldn't come here to my home and pull me out and arrest my butt and throw me in jail for tampering with evidence, in injecting myself into an investigation or planting evidence in a federal investigation, hindering an investigation? There are like literally a number of criminal charges that someone could get for doing that. Criminal charges. And do you honestly think that the FBI plays? No. So for the people that honestly believe that our team would plant evidence and we would be sitting on this side of the camera and not be arrested or not have any charges and be able to walk free from that, you have got something seriously wrong with you, because the FBI would make an example out of us so other YouTubers don't do the same kind of conduct. Give me a break. Give me a break. Not only that, but there were 2 law enforcement officers out there with us at the time. One of those law enforcement was a sergeant, and we had Mike Ruiz out there, which is with Fox News. So this illusion that we were just out there by ourselves and we just had carte blanche to do whatever we want, and we just threw a water bottle down there and said, "Oh, look what we found." You guys got some serious things wrong with your brain. If that's really what, like, if you think it must be true, right? This is not your movies. This is not, this fiction that you watch on TV. This is real life. It's a little bit different than the glitz and glamour that you watch on your true crime TV shows. It's real. So people are just, there's a lot of mental illness that goes along in this country, and I don't know where it comes from. But if I said it was the vaccines, not the vaccines that's going on now, not the COVID vaccines. I'm talking about the vaccine, the childhood vaccines. I hear they cause a lot of damage, to children. I don't know. I was vaccinated. I didn't seem to have any problems. I was out with one of my friends at one of the events that I was recently at, and she was telling me all the problems and complications that her son went through 35 years ago when he was vaccinated with the whatever boosters and stuff that you have to give the children. And it actually, he seized up and almost died and actually couldn't talk until after he was 3 years old. So things affect people differently. But I also heard that a lot of people are suffering from, and I haven't looked into this, so don't take this as fact. I could be absolutely wrong. I don't know. I don't know. I'm telling you that now. Disclaimer: Bullhorn Betty does not know. I don't know. But I also heard that the vaccinations for the children is one of the causes of this ADHD that we're seeing out there, so prevalent. I mean, it seems like we never heard about it before, and now it's like literally everywhere. And people say that's associated with the vaccines for the children. I personally don't know. So I definitely recommend anybody. I definitely recommend that that you guys, do your research. If you're pregnant or have children, do your research and make sure that you, get all the information necessary. So, yep, there we go. Must have been the vaccinations. I just stayed away from it. All right, so now we can move on. So anyways, Dolly Vision is on this morning. So good morning to him. I didn't know he was an early riser as well. Oh yes, I have DDD. Yeah. But it's definitely sucks. I mean, it's just, now I'm just a sleuth. I know, right? It kind of sucks, especially the lower back. Mine's in my lower back, right near my tailbone. So as you guys can imagine, sitting here for 2 hours, sometimes it takes a lot out of me. Many of you guys have seen me lift up and I'm like, ooh, that's what I'm talking about. No, Pete just blocked you. I'm assuming that you're talking about Nerdy. He must have, blocked you. That's okay. Let's see here. Good morning, Blue Eyes. I hope you're doing well. Instagram, good morning, PB&J. I think I already said good morning. Good morning, Stephanie. Yeah, just, it's just bringing awareness. Everybody needs to be, I know we kind of got off on a tangent on this show, but everybody just needs to be, educated and follow your doctor's stuff. Because even my friend Jewel that had, her son had major complications with the vaccination when he was a little baby, her doctor even said, be careful if there's any reactions. You can't use any products that have this particular agent in it. And I don't remember what it was. So from that point forward, he could no longer have the boosters and stuff like that because he had side effects to him. So just be careful. Just listen to your doctor. Your doctor does know, and doctors are in this for, I know people are looking at like other, renowned doctors but doctors go into this stuff to help people. So I really do believe. Yeah. So, yeah, you got to get educated. That's what it all has to deal with. Behoo! Woo, woo, woo! So, oh, Emmy Bear, nice to see you. Good morning. Has been around for forever. It's been used as an excuse. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, and maybe it has. Like I said, I don't like spreading misinformation. It's just, that's why I made sure I put the disclaimer out. I do not know. This is not my area of expertise in the least. It's what I've heard. I always do make sure that you guys know that this has not been researched by me. This is just something. And it was just funny because we just had a conversation. I was just out with this woman over the last I guess within the last week that I was having this conversation with her, and it just kind of rolled into that. I don't even know how we got on this topic, but either way, we're going to move off the topic. So anyways, I hope everybody's doing great today. I wanted to go ahead and we're going to play another video of another call. You guys may have heard this call. I believe a portion of this was in one of our videos that we did push out there to everybody when we were in Rogersville, Tennessee. I'm pretty sure part of this was in Olivia's one of her episodes of this, and we're going to go back to the episodes. This is something that's going on now that Don's in jail. Now that the cracks are forming, it looks like the floodgates are about to start opening. It looks like law enforcement is eyeing the parents. It looks like they're looking in and around the home. It looks like a lot of these different things. We're going to go ahead and get started with and I will tell you guys now, because of what we're going through and because this is a legitimate Don Wells phone call, this is going to be pulled to private as soon as we end this, because it's already been hit with ad suitability. We work very hard. Every penny for this channel matters. It's not a money thing, but we have to make sure that we have enough to keep the lights on. And without our ad revenue, it makes it very difficult. So I do apologize for those people that would like to go back and rewatch this from the beginning. Please give it about an hour or so. And then hopefully it should be available at that point for the replay. So just bear with me. I do apologize about that for the people that are just coming in that would like to watch this from the beginning. I do apologize for that. Anyways, much love and respect. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on with the conversation. This call was actually at a steakhouse that we were at. We had a great productive day. We had pulled, information from the city hall. We had went to the courthouse. We had pulled incident reports. We just really had a great productive day on this particular day. And so we wanted to, celebrate, quote unquote, celebrate. This is actually the steakhouse that I called Damaged Goods with No Regrets, just to check on her. And she decided to go off on me and tell me to go F myself. I just wanted to check on her and White Boy. Again, we did nothing to them. The issue that they have is between them and Marissa, and they chose to attack our team. And then she made her regretted her decision, because as soon as I got off the phone with her, I blocked her, right? I blocked her. I'm like, here I am trying to be a friend, calling and checking on her. And she's screaming at me because I don't know what she is going through with White Boy. And, it's really, really, really bad. So I don't know what's going on in their household. But the crap that Marissa started apparently had bad consequences for Damaged Good. And she was crying on the phone with me and cussing me and effing me and, being me and all this other stuff. And I was just calling to check on her, being a friend. And that's the kind of conduct she chose. She didn't know me like that. So what did I do? I hung up the phone and blocked her. Then she calls me on a different number and said she was trying to tell me she was sorry. But it's like, a day late, dollar short. You do not talk to me. Anybody that thinks that they have a right to talk to me like that has got another thing coming. I you know what? I'll smile in your face. But believe me, as soon as I'm out of your sight, I'm done with you. You don't know me like that. You don't know me like that. And that's what happened. So as we clear the record for some of these things, which I do plan on doing in due time, this is the same steakhouse that conduct happened. And then the rest is history, with White Boy lying about every single person on the team because he got butthurt, and that he can't handle his ego issues. And looks like he has a lot of roid rage. So, buddy, get off the roids. Might make your life a lot better. And quit beating your wife. Bam. Here we go. Gotta come up here in just a second. Now they can say something about my texture.
Than what most people expect it to be. Okay, because we're basing this timeline off. Okay, she was picking up the goddamn grandma.
Don.
I said, dang.
Don.
The hippie house.
Don.
I don't know if there's any video from the grocery store.
Hello, Don, are you there?
But from that point, they leave that grocery store.
I don't know where that.
There's nothing.
Oh, I know what it is. Sorry.
You picked
I
up
still
a
got-
Don.
I was wondering who that was in the background. It's Dolly Vision. Hold on. Let me pause this.
Now, does Allie
Hold on.
seem that
There we go. Sorry, I was wondering. I was wondering what that was, but I guess because I went live, it started playing it.
Don.
It's on mute right now, so we can talk. Don't just wait until he hears it first. Okay?
Don.
I agree. I agree.
All right, let's come back.
And made me a different person to boot. I was too busy fighting battles. That wasn't what I was designed for. Yep. Just like that.
Don. Where are you? Don, are you aware that that junkie Benny Keys is on the hill with your wife right now? Well, I saw him. Where are you? I want to see you. I want to see you.
You're breaking up real bad for some reason.
All right, I want to see you.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to see you. I'm here in Rogersville. Come meet me.
Oh, hell, I can't go to Rockville.
You live in Rogersville.
Oh, that's way outside of Rockville.
Can I go to you?
I'll be leaving here.
Where can you meet us?
Who is this?
It's me, Marissa. Are you okay?
Emma Bear, this is back in December. We're going through all the audios.
Can I buy you dinner?
This one was one of the first back in December.
I want to buy you dinner and a bottle of R&R Reserve.
Oh, no.
Hell no.
My wife killed me.
She doesn't have to know.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Well, she's up there with Benny Keys. You can't get any worse than that. He was standing up on that hill. I saw him. I saw him up on your hill. I'm here.
You're in Rockville. You must not be around no cell tower no more.
No. I'm at the Cowboy Restaurant. Do you know the Cowboy Restaurant?
No, in Kingsport.
No, I'm not in Kingsport. I'm in Rogersville. It's over by the Sonic.
Like what?
Sonic?
I don't know. I didn't know there was any kind of restaurant like that.
Yeah, it's called the Cowboy Steakhouse. Let me ask the girl. It's called the Cowboy Steakhouse. Let me ask the bartender. Here's the local on the phone. Where is this?
Across the street from the city park.
Across the street from City Park?
In the Big Lots parking lot.
In the Big Lots parking lot. Can you come here? Why not? Do you need anything? All right. I'm in Rogersville. Yes. This is my first time in Rogersville. We're having a nice time. I want to see you. You got a warrant in Rogersville? All right. So can you pick like a place?
No, I can't hear you.
Why not?
I gotta go with my wife.
Oh God. Oh please. Like you're not sick of her. Well, guess what? I have no desire to see Candace, but I did want to see you at least.
You come all the way down here from where?
I came from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yes.
You drive out on Beach Street?
No. I rented a car to go to Beach Street, and I was at your shed, and I heard Benny Keys. I saw his car outside at the bottom of the hill, and he's up there laughing and giggling. Yeah, and he's a total junkie. I don't know why you have him around Candace. He's gonna get you guys in trouble. He's a jerk off. You gotta watch out who you talk to. Seriously, Don. These people, he's bad. He's bad news.
Yeah, I'm probably investigator or something.
You said you're gonna arrest him too?
No, I'm a private investigator or something.
Oh, you have a private investigator. Well, there's 2 cars outside your. It's right at the bottom of the hill where it says "drop deliveries here." Packages. I saw the blue trunk, and I saw your shed, and I heard Benny up there laughing. I mean, we all know Benny's laugh. I just can't believe that he's up there. He said that he was gonna go to Walmart and buy Candace groceries. If Kent's needed groceries, why wouldn't you call me? I'm the one with the money. He's broke. He's broke. He's a junkie. No, I'm at the Cowboy Saloon. It's by Odd Lots,
Big lot parking lot.
Big Lots parking lot.
I didn't know there was a saloon in there.
It's called Cowboy Steakhouse. It's got a bar. I'm having Guinness, and yeah, I was at that house for about an hour. I was down. I saw the shed. I just looked around. Not much happened except the lady down the hill started yelling like a lunatic. She did. I'm not gonna lie. But I just found out some things that I think that you should know. Yeah. Well, honestly, I came here to find your daughter, but I found out other things. I just found out other things, and I'm just gonna say that you're not really a real big suspect, but someone else is. And I think that you should know that. Well, I mean,
Yes, it is.
you were at work. Remember that.
He was talking very low.
And I'm not putting the blame on you at all, but I have to say, I sincerely believe there was an accident.
So basically what he's saying on the phone, for those that are having a hard time hearing him, yes, he's talking very low. It's crazy because when he is at work, when he's sober, he's a very low talker. He doesn't really want to talk very much. It's not until he gets tatered up on alcohol that he's louder. He just doesn't care. But he's at work slapping mud on. He's sober right now, and it's crazy because he almost seems like he's detoxing when he's at work, at least on this particular day.
Don, nobody came there and took her. It would have.
So he's saying somebody took his daughter. She's trying to explain to Don that, at this point, because everybody thinks he's at work, this is back in December, but because everybody thinks he's at work, he is not really the person of interest that people think. They think it is his wife, Candace, that had something to do with it. And so she's trying to explain, nobody came on that mountain. Like, they keep trying to convince themselves that somebody came on that mountain and took this child. There's no possibility of that. There's no possibility that law enforcement has said that over and over and over and over, that there is no evidence. There's no possibility of this abduction allegation. There's just not. And it's because the way that this particular property sits on the mountain, and the degree of pitch on that mountain makes it very difficult to navigate up if you're not on the driveway going up there. And then in addition to that, you have this creek that runs around the bottom of that mountain. And we had video where the creek, you have to jump in the creek about 2 to 3 feet, cross the creek and climb out of the creek, which is another 2 to 3.5 feet. Doesn't sound like a big thing, but think about having a 40-pound child kicking and screaming. You're having to scale almost 90 degrees down, plus drop down into a creek, go back up. And then you've got no place to park a car on Beach Creek Road or Ben Hill Road for that matter. There's no place. There's no median. There's no place for the cars to get off. The vehicles would be sticking out like a sore thumb. And that road, Beach Creek Road, even though it doesn't have constant traffic, like, back to back, bumper to bumper traffic on it, it has a constant flow of traffic going 60 to 65 miles an hour up and down that road. And if you with all the curves and stuff, it's not like you can park the car on the side of the road. The car would be hit. We had a hard time, when we were on the side of the road, we came, close to being hit by vehicles that were going 60 and 65 miles an hour. I mean, we startled a few people that weren't paying attention coming around that bend and then seeing us there, standing on the side of the road where they've never seen people stand on the side of the road before. So the optics of somebody actually being out there and not being seen and going and scaling almost a 90-degree mountain slope to take a child where they would have no clue where this child was in this filthy, almost hoarder type house. Like, where do you find a child unless you knew exactly where she was? So none of this information makes sense to the normal person. And that is why there's no possibility of her being abducted. If they were living, if they weren't the only place, like all these other houses were in low-lying areas. They're the one that are on the top of a mountain. So had they been in any other location on Ben Hill Road, the possibility of somebody abducting a child would have been greater. But their particular property makes it next to impossible unless somebody used the driveway. And if you use the driveway, everybody and their mother would see you. So that's where a lot of people don't understand why there was no possibility. Unless you actually went out there and saw this property, you would not understand until you see it. As soon as you see it, like even Stenton Has the Soup came out there, and when she came out there and saw it, even with Justice for All came out there and saw it, once you see the property, the light bulb goes off. The light bulb goes off. So that's where, have a wonderful day. Safe to you. Okay. Love you too, honey. Have a great day. Have a great day. So that's where this stuff goes. That's where the stuff goes. Good morning, Banjo. Good morning. I agree with nothing is impossible. Right. But the probability of it is next to impossible. Right. So there weren't no people sleeping. So let me just explain this, Sasha, for you. Maybe that will help. So in addition to there being 3 boys in that house, there being Brandis and Candace up and moving, and, some are there. There were also 21 dogs on the top of that mountain. 21 dogs, some very vicious dogs, very vicious. So to have an intruder come up there and there be no noise, somebody, and not only that, but at the time there was a couch in front of that basement door window or basement door. There was a couch, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Was there a couch? That door in the basement stayed locked and there was a couch in front of it. Where did the couch go? We don't know. Right? But at the time someone went missing, there was a couch there. By the time Chris McDonough came there 30 days later, that couch was gone. Where's the couch? We don't know. We don't know. And so you're talking about somebody having to go through the main entrance of the home to get down to that basement, to get Summer. Okay, so let's put all these facts together. You have this mountain with 90-degree slopes. You've got almost a moat, a call it a moat, but it's a creek that runs around that mountain that drops down about 3 feet. You have 21 dogs. You have 3 boys. You have a basement door that's locked and has a couch in front of it. So the only way an intruder or an abductor would be able to get a hold of a child inside that home would be going through that main entrance. So now you have somebody having to come through the main entrance, past the boys, sneak past the boys, go down to the basement, grab her. Now, from the basement, could they have moved the couch and unlocked the door? Yes. But they still have the 21 dogs to get through with a kicking, screaming child. Do you think a child is going to say, oh, I don't know who you are. Let me just walk away with you? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So they would have had to move very quickly. So they'd have to snatch the child, put him under their arm, scale 90 degrees down. You're talking about, I mean, it's tall. You're not talking about 10 feet. You're talking about a 50-foot drop, 50 foot or more. And then having to drop again another 2 to 3 feet with a child, kicking and screaming, trying to run through a creek, climb up another creek with a kicking, screaming child. That's what makes it almost impossible. And, we've got some of the videos, but even the videos, you can't see that pitch. We put the videos out, and it doesn't, the videos doesn't do anybody justice on determining that pitch of that mountain. This is something you have to see with your own eyes. It really is. A lot of people do, Stephanie. A lot of people do. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And not only that, but Grandis had almost a 360 view of the entire property and all the stuff around it. So they could be seeing what's going on. They could see if somebody was coming up that driveway. They could see if somebody's coming up that supposed dog, whatever, run, whatever. I don't even know. Can the dogs scale that mountain? Absolutely. They're dogs. They're dogs. They're not human beings. They're on 4 legs, not 2. And they don't have a kicking, screaming child in their arms. So, yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, we heard that. ZZT broke that and said they found her. Yeah. Yeah, it's possible, but I just don't see it being probable. I don't think that the church had anything to do with it. At the end of the day, many of you guys know where I stand on this. Every time I went back there, every time we searched, every time we did any kind of fact finding, everything kept going back to that mountain and back to the parents, period. Everything. And so that's kind of where I sit. But, to each their own. Sasha, you're allowed to have your own opinions of what happened. I mean, the truth will come to light. We just have to be a little more patient. I believe law enforcement has this in the bag. I think they're just doing whatever they need to do to bring this case to the courts. So, the truth will soon come out, without a doubt. And no, when we first arrived, the dogs, now granted, there was not 21 dogs at the time, but when we first arrived, we actually have that on video too. Dogs weren't talking. The dogs didn't start barking until we started crunching on leaves. And once the leaves started crunching, they started going off because we were across the street at the cemetery across the street from their house. So a lot of speculation, we in all reality, nobody knows what happened to her, but I still believe, from out the gate, with whatever theory I have, and the theory does change. It does change on what took place. But the people involved with it has not. So let's get back.
It's been impossible. I tried going up the hill. There's a video. I promise you. So it was an accident. I know it was. I don't think Candace will tell you that it was an accident because she knows your killer. And I believe you will. And I don't want you to go to jail for killing Candace. I think there was an accident. I don't honestly do. I've been doing this for a long time. Don, I wish that you would trust me. I'm not like these people. I'm not like these
He
assholes.
said that there was no accident.
Let me tell you something. I'm not going to kiss your wife's ass. I'm not going to kiss your wife's ass, but I do know for a fact that I don't believe that you had anything to do with your daughter's disappearance. And you want to know something? I would give my life to find where your daughter is. She's absolutely beautiful. And you know, you guys got to get the stuff together with the CPS shit because they're going to be coming back. And if they see that dude, Benny Keys, he's bad. He's bad. Why is he? Oh my God. Well,
Good morning, Vicky.
He murdered a dog the other day and gutted it on video. He gets involved. You didn't see that?
I did.
Oh, you saw it? Oh, okay. All right. Well, if that wasn't enough.
He had to. It was coming at him.
Yeah. Well, he also likes to, what he likes to do is he likes to go to big profile cases and become chummy. I've seen him do it with Cash Kernan in Texas, and he becomes their best friend. Yeah, just watch yourself for that.
And he makes money.
Yeah, he makes money. He'll throw you under the bus for $10.
Yeah, he makes money. Everybody, you know,
I bet Don wishes he heeded our advice back in December. I bet you he wishes he heeded the advice back in December, right? Because wow. Don't know. Sad. Sad. I haven't heard that. We did do a background check when I opened. We did a huge, background on Ronnie Lawson as well because of the other girl that was abducted by her uncle and was found on his brother's property. It kind of made the hair on the back of our neck stand up. So we did do a deep dive into Ronnie Lawson as well.
I feel like you honestly have had it. I do. And I really feel like this whole thing needs to end, you know? And here you are working. You're still working. And you're on.
He worked the very next day after his daughter disappeared. He went right back to work. He did these people didn't care that their daughter was missing. He didn't want to lose money. He did not want to stop his life because of his daughter missing. I just want to bring that to you guys. This is not, I'm sorry. If my child was missing, I don't have children, many of you guys know, but I'm married into children. I've got 3 grandchildren. I've got another 2 grandchildren in Virginia from my marriage, right? I love all my grandchildren. And if anything happened to any of them, or I thought they were abducted, do you think my first inclination is to go back to work the next day to get my job done? Hell no. My first inclination is to go find my grandchild. His first inclination should have been to go look for his child. Stop the presses, stop your life, and let your child be number one. He went back to work the next day.
This is all over the place. It needs to end. And I honestly believe that there was an accident while you were at work. I do.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. And I guarantee you. I promise you. Somebody come up there and took it. I promise you. I know for a fact.
Who do you think
How does he know for a fact?
took her?
We don't know. We knew who did it.
I know. I would go after them.
There's all kinds of people that go after them. Just figure out who it is. But we're not able to figure out who it is.
The reason why we know he went back to work the next day is because his co-workers told us. His coworkers told us he was on the job the next day. That's how we know.
I wish we could. I promise you, that's the case. She was affected. I guarantee you.
Can I stop by your job tomorrow?
I don't know.
Come on.
I'm not sure I'm gonna be long.
You have my number, and just send me a call and just be like, hey, you want to meet? Trust me, I'm not going to tell Candace. I'm sorry, but your wife annoys me. I'm sure she annoys you too.
She's alright. I mean, just trust me. Somebody come around. Somebody, baby. Just wait to figure out.
Are you in Kingsport?
Yeah.
Yeah? Where? Can I come?
I'm fixing to leave.
You're fixing to leave.
Yeah. Run out of money.
All right, I can tell you really don't want to meet me.
He's fixing to leave, and I want you guys to know that this was around 3 o'clock in the afternoon when we had this conversation. Again, we have found out that he left his job typically every day around 3:30, and depending on where he was working, would make it home anywhere between 4 and 4:30. Where he was in Kingsport was about 45 minutes away from his home. On this particular day that we were talking. So he would have arrived at home around 4:15 that afternoon. If many of you guys recall, Don Wells said he didn't make it home that particular day, the day that his daughter disappeared, until he rushed home. I think he said, what was it? Please correct me if I am incorrect with this statement. That he got home or got the call around 5:30 and drove like a madman, running traffic stops, lights, and everything like that. And when he arrived at his house at about 6:30, he arrived with law enforcement there. Now, I could be wrong about some of the details. So I'm going to trust on the audience to correct my statement. Now, if that were true, why that day would he wait so late to come home when his norm, every day prior to that, he left work at 3:30 and arrived home at 4 and 4:30, right? But the weird thing is we have some statements from Hunter, whether people believe Hunter's statement to be true. I believe that there is truth in all statements, right? So I believe that there's a portion of Hunter's statement that's 100% true. And I believe there are some portions in Hunter's statements that aren't true. But what I do believe is true, and this was confirmed by Candace, is that Don did call her and say there was a guy up there trying to mess with the boys. How would Don have known that? Now, that was when she wasn't home and was with Hunter. How would Don have known that if he was at work? If he was at work, how would Don know that? You see what I'm saying? So that's when the story started changing. And then we had those conversations where he kept saying the last time we saw Summer, and then he would correct it, right? Then he would try to correct it and say, well, I wasn't there. And he made it a point to point that out whenever he did make the mistake. And it makes you wonder, was he there? And then we had mystery angels. I thought it was crime scene. Crime scenes obsessed or what is evil exists. I thought it was them, but somebody had corrected me and said it was mystery angels. Did a whole skit on the vehicle that Summer was in, that infamous day where she was on the water bottle, or not the water bottles, the milk jugs rather. And they were describing the vehicles, and they were absolutely correct in stating that vehicle, the interior of that vehicle, is more indicative of Don's work truck than Grandis's vehicle. So again, comes back to the fact, was Don with her or not? So, again, this conversation took place back on our very first trip to Rogersville in December. This was not this was when we were first trying to find facts and information about Don, when we truly believed Don was at work at the time. A lot of information has since come out since this conversation took place, which changes the dynamic of what happened that fateful day, June 15th. So we just want to be, we're playing back some conversations. We're listening to some prior conversations now that more information has come to light, and it's putting a stain, a further stain on Don and Candace's story. Here, we're listening to Don constantly say over and over again that his child was abducted. His child was abducted. But even in his own words, he can't explain how she was abducted or by whom, rather. So, no backseat in Don's truck. Okay, well, that's good. So now we got to figure out, now, how do we know that for a fact? Because he had several white trucks on that property. You got to remember, he has he had multiple vehicles, still does. On top of that property, there's multiple vehicles on that property. So, and there's that GMC Sonoma that he had, that he was arrested in back in October 14th, 2020, when Jose Roman was at the property. And when we saw him at his job in January, he was driving a completely different white truck. So there are multiple vehicles on this particular property. And maybe that could explain why another vehicle with light interior was used. We don't know. But it does throw another wrench into this crazy story of what happened that fateful day.
So I came here for nothing.
What was your reason for coming out there?
I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to see what was going on, how everything was possible that someone could have came on your property and took that baby. And everything's kind of coming together right now. And I don't want to meet Candace. I really don't. I don't want to meet the grandmother, who I think is very suspect. And I feel bad for you because you're getting the heat. I really, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I'm wearing rosary beads right now. I honestly believe that you are at work and that you believe your wife. I can hear you. Are you spackling? Yeah. Yeah, you are. I can hear it. Well, so you're not going to talk to me? You're not going to meet me? You're not going to meet me?
You're breaking up all the time.
So you're not going to meet me? Come on, you want to meet me. I know you want to.
I can't.
Why not? Is it because of Candace? Is it because of Candace?
What did you come out there for? I don't understand. Come out and protest? What was all that
No
about?
protest. I never planned to protest. That was such bullshit. That's Benny over there talking smack. Why do you think he ran to you?
Yeah. Well,
There's no, we're not going to protest. What can we possibly protest?
Well, did you drive around that mountain? And I'll tell you what, you can drive around that mountain and look, and you can see there's like a million different directions that could have went.
Yeah. So he's saying if you drive around the mountain, there's many different directions that you can go, and he's right. There are, but they're just straight down. They're straight down. Like I'm telling you, when we've got a video of Marissa, she's trying to get a picture of that cart or whatever. She's like literally, there's no way you can get even remotely up that mountain. There's just none. And she tried. She just down at the bottom, not up at the top. They try to say, oh, well, you proved somebody. No, we disproved that somebody could get there. We disproved it. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. There's a million different directions. I went to the cemetery. I went to look at the vacant land. I was by the stables. Your neighbors are pretty nice, except for that one lady down the block. She's nuts. Right at the end of the driveway.
Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy people around there.
Where can I meet you tomorrow, though?
Oh. I can't believe you guys come over here.
I did. I've talked to you before. I've stood up for you, and I wanted to see the deal for myself. I needed to see the deal for myself. What time are you going to work tomorrow?
Well, how long are you going to be in town?
Till tomorrow night. I leave
Wow.
tomorrow night, yeah. Do you want to come to my hotel?
No, I can't do that. I got others to live.
All right. How about you think about it? Just think about it. You have my number. I want to buy you a bottle of reserve. Take it home and enjoy yourself. But stay home. Don't drink and drive.
Just look around. I mean, I wish you could figure it out.
You sound really down right now. I feel bad for you. Listen, I care about your daughter. Of course. I know.
I don't know what she's going through. When she died.
What time are you going to work tomorrow?
Some
Daybreak, huh? All right. Can I take you out to lunch? Can I take you out to lunch? Can I take you out to lunch? I'll meet you in Kingsport. I have a rental car. Will you get back to me and think about it? All right. I appreciate it, Don. Take it easy and just watch your back. Just watch your back with these people, especially these YouTube people. You know how they are. All right? All right. I'll tell you what I know when I see you. I don't want to say it on the phone. I'll tell you what I know in person. I don't want to say it on the phone. Okay? All right. Bye, hon.
You got the, he's a teddy bear. It's true what people said about him.
He's innocent.
He's a teddy bear. It's true what they said.
I think he's either in denial or he knows his wife did
Absolutely.
something and he's just trying to cover for her so he doesn't lose his wife as well. Is that what you would you?
Absolutely.
He really loves her.
I'm sorry, but my husband, if he hurt my kid,
Yeah, that'd be it.
accident,
Here's the deal. You guys really want to talk to him tomorrow, you're going to be out there at daybreak.
Yep.
Wait for him to come out that road.
That's what I was
Follow him right
thinking.
to work.
5 in the goddamn morning. I'll be
I
there
mean,
before 3.
that's your chance to meet him tomorrow. You wait outside his house for him. down the road and wait for him to go out, leave that, turn that, and go towards Kingsport, wherever he works at the job site, because I was trying to get where he work now, because he's probably going to go to the same site tomorrow and finish whatever job he's doing now.
He's gonna go back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He always
he's,
does.
I can feel the teddy bear.
He's
from
gonna.
him.
Yeah.
There's your
Yeah.
Teddy
opportunity.
bear vibes.
I
Teddy bear
can.
vibes.
If he's following
Well,
you,
you know what? To be honest with you, my vibe is that the same thing that I had from the beginning is that the father was innocent. The key is with Candus Wells. The key is with Candus Wells. And I don't know if she injured her daughter or her daughter got injured while she was doing something she shouldn't have been doing. Either way, I'm kind of thinking with her lack of communication, her silence, her shame, I think she hurt her daughter. I don't think her daughter got injured. I just don't. I think she is so ashamed of herself that I really believe that something more nefarious was there. I think she may have injured her daughter herself.
Hit him.
Tomorrow, we could start at dawn. Be out there following the Kingsport, because we have to go to Kingsport anyway to see the water hole, and we have to talk to Hunter's mother that we plan on doing. So we have to go there anyway. We don't have to leave till Friday, so we can come back there early afternoon or whatever. And if you guys are tired, you go to sleep then. But tomorrow we got to be up early at the crack of dawn to at least intersect.
No, we got to be up before, we got to be out of there before the crack of dawn, because he's leaving at the crack of dawn and he's a half hour to 45 minutes away from us.
But remember, he didn't have too much time to talk. This is what he said. He did
I
three
think,
things.
As
I
long
think
as
he
we
works.
meet him,
I
good
think he works.
impression.
I think he works at does his own job pace, so it's not like under the clock with anybody. I think then he worked like himself. Then he,
For himself?
He does drywall.
For himself?
Marissa, the dessert.
Does he work for Marissa, does he work for a,
What do you want?
hold on. Does he work for a company or does he work for himself?
I don't know. I do believe he's a drywall.
Oh,
So
I know he's a drywaller, but sometimes they're
Sometimes they're-
subcontractors.
I have no idea.
Okay, all right,
We never got that into.
gotcha. All right, thank you.
might call you to see.
So there you have it, folks. You guys got to see, not only just the conversation that we have, not just the conversation that we have with Dawn, but you got to see some of our strategizing after the conversation, some of our conversations after the conversation. And that's the way it really is when we are on these cases. It as you can see, even we're sitting down to have our one meal for the day, and it's all work. We don't sit and have a good time on these trips. You see, this is behind the scenes for our team. Granted, one person is now not a part of it, but it's still, that is our, that's how we conduct ourselves out there in the field. We're constantly working. Even when we sit down to eat, it is all about the job. It's all about the mission. It's all about what's the next step? What's the next strategy? Where do we need to be? What time do we need to get up? Where, it is full, it is nonstop work when we are on these cases. A lot of people, they want to allege that we're out there having a great time, that we're out there on a vacation on your dime. They say we're out there having a vacation on your dime. That is our job right there. We can't even have a nice dinner without it being a work session. It is constant work when our feet are on the ground in these locations, from the time the sun rises to the time the sun sets, and many hours after the sun sets. We are working, and we are working very, very hard, because we've got to come back here and paint the picture for you guys. Let you guys see for yourselves what is truly going on in a way that you have not, because you can't get, when we do these videos, we don't give you a 2-minute news segment. We give you 15, 20, 30-minute segments so you can see. And that 30 minutes is usually about, 15 hours of work to make that beautiful 30-minute reel for you guys. So, we were constantly now granted, this was back in December. This is our first fact-finding mission in December, right? So a lot of things have changed even from then. We think Don Wells is now more involved than he was when we were there the first time, right? So it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So nonstop work. We are at the top of 2 hours. We have about 10 minutes. Just wanted to open up the panel, see if anybody has any comments that they would like to share live with us. If they have any opinions, whether it's, opposing my viewpoints, whether it's agreeing with my viewpoints, whether it's just a statement that they would like to make. I just posted the link for here. You're more than welcome to come up. I would like to make sure you do not have to show your face on here if you choose not to. But when you're in the back studio, I need to make sure I need to see your face. So just make sure you have your camera on when you're in the back studio. You'll hear me say, I'm bringing you to the studio. When you hear that, you can turn your camera off if you so choose. Is there anybody that would like to come up and just speak about this case, speak about their feelings? How about, have you changed your mind about what's happened since the beginning of this case? Maybe explain your perspective. Now would be a great time. Now would be a great time. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I want to thank you guys all again for showing some love and support for this channel. If you guys would love to help this channel grow, there are several ways that you guys can do that. You guys can just be subscribers here. Go back and watch some prior videos. Every time you watch an ad on one of my videos, it helps this channel. We get paid for your viewers of those ads. So if you watch them all the way through, that would be the best. You can also share this channel. Don't keep me a secret so we can build more subscribers up. If you'd like to subscribe on a monthly basis and show financial support, we have the Join Me button. The bronze plan is $3.99 a month. That does help this channel grow. It does help us. We also have a merchandise site. This is the official Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club mug. If you would like to get this, is by far the top seller. There's a lot more things that may interest you on the merchandise site. But you can support our channel and get something in return by purchasing merchandise off of our merch store. Let's see, what are the ways? We have a wish list. If you guys would like to sponsor something, we do have a wish list out there. It hasn't been promoted too much here lately because we haven't been in the field, and a lot of the stuff is for field work. So there's the wish list, and we have this. The Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App are to sponsor our trip. Any funds that are collected in any of these three accounts are 100% until we go to Michigan are for donations for our Michigan trip. So if you're wanting to donate money for something else in Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, I'm letting you know right now it will not be used for anything other than the Michigan trip. So if you're wanting to help out with a wish list item and wanted to donate money to Venmo, it will not be going to wish list items. I want to make sure everybody knows that right now. Anything collected in these three accounts for the next month, 100% of those funds are going to support our Michigan trip in May. Okay. There's a lot. So I don't want to, it's too early yet to explain what we are doing. I'm the only one that is doing, minor fundraising for this trip. We will be getting the whole team together. We will be doing a fundraising campaign on TikTok as well as YouTube here in the near future, but we are doing great in just this chat room alone. We have raised almost $350 toward this trip. We are doing amazing. And so I will be providing more details as we get a little closer to the time. Many of you guys know people watch us like a hawk, and they actually intentionally go out of their way to try to sabotage the work that we do. And therefore, we have to be very careful with what we say. But there will be some more details coming out about this trip as we get closer to the trip. So, oh, thank you, love. Thank you, love. We will discuss that at another time. I don't want to, spill any beans or any time frames, but you guys will be seeing our bubbly faces again in the near future. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Good morning. So, at any rate, guys, we're at the top of the hour. Nobody has come on to give their comments about, the Summer Wells case and everything like that. So I am going to bid you guys adieu this Thursday. I have a lasagna to prepare. So that is what my only focus is to clean this house, make some margaritas, and make a lasagna. So with that, guys, have a blessed day. Thank you for coming and spending your morning with me. Yeah, I'm very blessed to have each and every one of you. A big shout out to my moderators. They do an amazing job. They work tirelessly online and offline for this channel. So a big shout out to all of you, all those that send me stories. There were some stories that I wanted to go through. I didn't expect to consume my entire 2 hours with Don Wells again, but it's easy to do. We have a lot of stuff that we want to go over, and hopefully we will have time to go over it tomorrow. I'm hoping not to get such a late start tomorrow, but I really don't know because I've been going through some issues, some personal medical stuff here. And, not to concern anybody. It's nothing of concern. It's just the way my body is. So it's just going through one of its little phases, and hopefully it'll correct itself here in the next week or so. So we will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. God bless each and every one of you. Go make it an amazing day and enjoy the slide into the weekend.